Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a first impression foundation try on of the brand new Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation. And I just purchased this a couple of days ago. It arrived relatively quickly. It is apparently a luminous foundation, and the claims on here are that it is vegan, gluten-free, alcohol-free, clinically tested, dermatologist tested, ophthalmologist tested, non-comedogenic, suitable for sensitive skin, long-wearing, no flashback foundation. That is a lot, ABH, but I appreciate it. And also, Anastasia Beverly Hills is cruelty-free, for anyone wondering, or I wouldn't be using them. I'm excited to give this a go. I bought two of the shades. I got the shade 270C and 240N, so I have no idea if either of these are going to work for me at all. That one looks very yellow, 270C, and 240N also looks very yellow. This is the one, I feel like I'm gonna go for this one. This is 240N. We'll see. I tend to go for a bit of a darker shade in foundation for myself just because I have mentioned this about 1,000 times in the past, but when I go for a foundation that is like the color of my body, like that super white, because I have such dry skin, it emphasizes every crack, every piece of texture, and I will almost always give the foundation a negative review in that case. And I don't want to do that. I want to give it a fighting chance, so I get a little bit of a deeper shade in hopes that it will work for me. I'm going to read about this on the website. It looks like it comes in 50 shades, it looks like. The shade that I got that I'm going to be using today, 240N, says here light skin with a neutral warm undertone. I feel like that probably isn't going to work for me. Let's see what this other descriptor I got was. 270C is light to medium skin with a cool golden undertone. That is a golden undertone. We shall see. I don't know. It looks like it comes in a pretty decent selection of shades. I kind of had a hard time finding what I would be in there. I didn't know, but you know what? Who cares? Let's just get into it. Let's try it out. I'm going to apply one side of my face with a brush, the other side I'll try with a beauty blender, and we can just go in. I also got the Anastasia Beverly Hills loose setting powder, so we'll try a bit of that out as well today, and we're just gonna see how things go. But before we get into the video, you guys can subscribe if you want to. I know you probably already knew that. You didn't need me to tell you, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I am your real dad. If you guys are wondering what's on my eyes right now, I will link it up here. It is the Lunar Beauty Strawberry Dream palette, and I did like a fun look on this, and I'm not done working with it today yet. I'm still gonna go in and use the liquid lipsticks and stuff, so you guys may see the finished look in this video. All right, so this looks like it's supposed to be a luminous finish. Let's see, is it supposed to be full coverage? I don't know. It says here it's a medium coverage, natural finish, liquid foundation for normal, dry, combination, and oily. Okay, so it's for everybody. It says it's a water-resistant liquid foundation that creates a luminous, natural finish and is long-wearing even without setting powder. Free of parabens, mineral oil, vegan, gluten, and cruelty-free. Available in 50 shades without caking or masking the skin's natural radiance, which sounds amazing for me. The only thing is that right now it is 4:00 p.m. You might be like, bitch, why is it 4 p.m. and you're just now filming? You know, sometimes there are no answers to life's questions. But today's gonna be my first impression. We'll see how it wears. If it's 4 right now, I'd say I'm gonna have it on for probably like 7 hours, which is a decent first wear test. And then I will also wear it again tomorrow. Hopefully by the time you guys see this, there will be at least 2 wear tests. I'm going to put a couple of pumps on the back of my hand, see how this goes. Oh, that looks very warm. And I also look very warm. No? Orange? I don't know. We'll see how this color is. Let's zoom you. So I'm going to do this side of my face. Oh, that's very, very, very golden. See, it says this is supposed to have neutral golden, but I just feel like this is very golden. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, I am not wrong. The coverage seems lovely. Oh my gosh, I was expecting it to be way less coverage than this. I called it medium. This looks a little more like a medium to full coverage, I would say, which is awesome. Let me see the finish up close. Oh, well, I do declare. That looks stunning. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I usually like to apply my foundation with a brush. I've already primed my skin. I already moisturized my skin with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, which is what I've been using for the last like month or so. So I know how that works with foundations, and it generally works very well. And I put it on probably over an hour ago, so it had time to fully sink in. It's not like still sitting on the top of my skin. But you know, it looks really nice. It really does. I feel like it covers really nicely, covers everything that I want it to. We'll try the other side with a beauty blender, but lately I have really been applying with a brush, mostly because I just feel like I get better coverage that way. I can use less product with a brush, and you know, that's about it. As you can see, the level of coverage, you can see how much redness and stuff I have on this side and the discoloration on my nose. I mean, it did it. Yeah, look at that. Look how nice that looks. You can see the comparison. The color's not my right match at all, but I struggled to find that, all right? So sue me. I got better coverage with the brush side. They look relatively similar in like finish and everything, but I definitely feel like I'm getting better coverage with the brush. So I'm definitely gonna keep using the brush on my face just to not waste a bunch of the product. All right, right now I'm at like 4 pumps of this foundation, which is quite a lot if I'm being honest. I feel like I usually use maybe like around a pump to 2 pumps of the Pure Cosmetics 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie foundation. I use less than this. Like if I were using L'Oreal Pro Glow, which I don't use anymore, but I would say this kind of reminds me of Pro Glow. I don't use that anymore, even though it's one of my favorite foundations because L'Oreal is not cruelty free. So I had to stop using that. But this could be a really beautiful dupe for that. I feel like L'Oreal is a little bit more dewy than this, but this is still very luminous. As you can see how it's like reflecting the light on my cheeks. It's not sitting amazing on my nose. Sometimes that can happen. So this is gonna be a long-lasting foundation. Not that I think they're lying, I just find it kind of hard to believe with how dewy it is. Sometimes the dewy foundations are not long-lasting at all. So I guess we will see after like 6 or 7 hours this evening how long it lasts. And then I'll put it on tomorrow a lot earlier so that we can get an earlier start on the day for the check-in. Well, so far, right after first application, it's looking lovely. I'm gonna zoom you guys in and show you what it looks like up close with the lights turned down. I turn the lights down because sometimes when the lights are on and they're really bright, it can blur everything out and sort of make everything look perfect and you can't really see like skin texture and everything. I feel like it looks really nice and plumping and hydrating and really good. Okay, I'm gonna put on some concealer. I'm gonna use the ColourPop No Filter. I haven't used this in a while, but I love this concealer so much. This is in the shade Light 14. I'm only putting this under my eyes. I see sometimes people do foundation reviews and they'll take concealer and they'll put it on like the whole T-zone of their face. At that point, it's just like a concealer review. I don't know, I don't feel like that gets you the most accurate review on the foundation when you're putting concealer all over your face, over top of the foundation. So I try to just do it on my under eyes. I feel like I went a little too light today, but you know, shit happens. All right, so that is the foundation and concealer. No setting powder so far. I think I am gonna set underneath my eyes a little bit and then maybe in the areas where I blend my bronzer, and I won't set the center of my face so we can see how it wears with the powder without. But I'm gonna zoom you guys in again after concealer so you guys can see everything. First application, no setting powder. You can see what I mean by me saying it's not like sitting incredibly on my nose. It doesn't look bad. It just looks like a little not perfect. But I'm really impressed. I feel like the coverage is even more than just like a medium. I just added a little more foundation onto my nose because it was looking a little funky, and that definitely made it look so much better. So I did have to run this quite a bit down my neck because it was looking like so bizarrely different in color. All right, and this is the powder that I picked up. I got the shade Vanilla. It comes in a lot of shades. The reason I didn't do translucent is because that one looked to be, you almost look like a Makeup Forever HD setting powder. I don't know if it's like an HD setting powder, but it looked like white. And sometimes really white powders on me are, I hate the texture of them. Sounds really weird, but like I really love the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder or like the Fenty powders. I'm more into like that texture. This is what the packaging looks like. So it's nice, big packaging. You can just pour it right into the lid. It's not like bizarre packaging. I feel like this is a shade really similar to like the Laura Mercier color, but cruelty free because Laura Mercier is not apparently. So that's what the color looks like on this one, Vanilla. It doesn't smell like vanilla, it smells like nothing. So I'm gonna take a bit of that powder and powder these areas. Oh, it's very blurring. Wow, I feel like it's so blurring. Do you see how it just like takes away any visibility of pores? Do you see that? What the heck? Well, I'll be. Let's see what it looks like underneath my eyes. Make sure that all my creases are blended out. Get up close and personal. See how it does on my under eyes. I feel like it's so blurring. All right, so I did not set around my mouth, I did not set my nose, and I did not set the center of my forehead, so we can kind of see what different areas do. So while that's sitting on my skin, God, especially when I'm further away, I feel like my under eyes and everything looks so smooth. I'm gonna go in with the Shady Biz bronzer from Fenty. I feel like everything is blending out on top of it so nicely. No issues. This is the skin with foundation done, bronzer on, and I obviously don't have any highlight or blush or anything like that on, but I think it looks incredible. I did powder the perimeter of my face and underneath my eyes, and I feel like it looks amazing. Again, I'm gonna zoom you guys in with all of this on, turn the lights down, and then you guys can see what it looks like. Here's with the lights up, normal. The eye stuff definitely fell down into the foundation, and you can see it. All right, so that's the foundation on. I just finished applying it. It is 421. So it went on really good, went on really easy first impression. I feel like it is a lovely coverage. I feel like I would definitely say it's a high medium or low full. I mean, it covered all my redness, and not a lot of foundations can really cover that much redness because I have a lot of redness down here, and I have like veins on the side of my nose and everything, and I feel like it got everything. It made my skin look really flawless. The color is definitely not exactly my shade. A little yellow for me. I tend to gear a little more towards the neutral side. I don't like to go in the cool aspects, but I just feel like the shades are very yellow, at least the two that I got, but maybe in the other ones they're not quite. But even still, with that being the case, I feel like it looks pretty on my skin. I'm not gonna cry about it. I am gonna do a flash test real quick to see, because it does specifically say on the side no flashback, so we shall see. It's so awkward to take a picture. All right, well, it looks a little bright there, but that doesn't mean that it is. So maybe it's because the lights are all on. Let me turn the lights down, hang on. Yeah, I really don't feel like I got like a ton of flashback on that. It doesn't look great, but it doesn't look terrible. I will be back later this evening to show you how it wears, if it's starting to slide off anywhere, if it's coming off my nose, whatever. It does say on the side that it is long lasting without powdering, so we'll see if the middle of my face melts away. All right, this is the rest of the makeup completely done. I really like the way it turned out. I feel kind of cute. What do you guys think? I don't really want to know, unless it's like, I agree, you look cute, and then I want to know. I will see you in a few hours. It is 10:45 p.m. So this has been on now for 6.5 hours, I think, if my math is correct. And you guys can see what we're looking at. Looks pretty good. I mean, it doesn't look terrible. It's definitely like not transfer proof. Like if you see, if I touch my nose, like you can see it on the tip of my finger. They call it long wearing without powder, but the areas of my face that I powdered are definitely holding up better. They're still like shiny and dewy. It definitely has that really pretty dewy finish to it, but it's a little bit movable. So I would say that you want to set this. I mean, it actually looks nice and healthy. Like I wouldn't blot this necessarily. I feel like it looks pretty, and it doesn't look overly greasy or anything. It just looks like nice and soft and pretty. I'm really happy with it. I really like the way that it looks so far. I will try tomorrow to do a longer wear test, but as of day 1, 6.5 hours, not bad. So I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, it's 12:54. I'm not getting as early of a start as I wanted to, but an earlier start than I did the other day. So I'm gonna put the foundation on again. Foundation and everything is on. It is now, let me look, 1:37. It's been on for like the last 15 minutes, so I've just been sitting around. Here's what it looks like. I'll try and get a close-up shot of it. It's an interesting foundation. I would definitely wear it again. Like I don't hate it by any means, but when I'm putting it on, I'm not like floored by it. I'm just like, no, it's decent, but I feel like it's kind of dupeable. Like I don't use Pro Glow anymore because it's not cruelty free, but I feel like that almost looks better than this, but this is good. It still looks fine. Like you see the coverage is pretty nice, but I don't know. So we'll see how it wears throughout the day. It's 8:11 p.m. I have never wanted to wash my face more. It's not because of this foundation. I just want to wash my face. This foundation, I would say, when I did my makeup this morning, I set my face in this outer perimeter area underneath my eyes with the Anastasia setting powder, but I didn't set the whole center of my face again. And I really like the way it looks. Again, it's not transfer proof, so you can see it definitely transfers on like my oilier areas. So I would say if you're oily, you may want to set the areas of your face that get very oily all over. I like the way my forehead looks like this. It's a little bit shiny. I mean, it's very shiny, but it's a little bit too shiny, but it doesn't look terrible. It actually looks nice and hydrated and plump. My nose looks too oily for me. I gotta say though, when I put this foundation on, it looks better now at like the 6-8 hour mark than it does initially. When I first put it on today, I really wasn't a fan of the way it looked as much, but now as the day has gone on and it's warmed up, I'm really liking the way it looks. My skin is very textured, so that has nothing to do with the foundation. We're about 8 hours in right now. I'm probably gonna wear this for the next 2 hours. I cannot make any promises. I just want it off. I just want to take a shower. I want the hot water to roll down my face. I want steaminess. Taking your makeup off is like taking your bra off. I want to take my bra off of my face, basically. Okay, that's that on that. So I give this foundation a 7.5, 8 out of 10. Is it something that I would run out and buy? I think it's pretty, but I again think you can find very similar foundations to this that aren't so expensive and aren't Anastasia. I do like Anastasia as a brand, and they are cruelty free and they are a higher end. It is $38. Okay, that's not that bad. I thought it was more than that initially. I thought it was in like the 40s or 50s. I'd say give it a try, get a sample of it if you are interested in it. I would say it's a very average foundation. It doesn't feel to me like the best thing I've ever worn on my skin, but it's certainly not the worst. I would say it is like Pro Glow in a way, in the way of it being like this at the end of the day. It's still really nice and luminous, lets the shininess come through on your skin, but it's not too dewy. I don't know if I agree with their like super long wear without setting it claims. I think it feels to me, you know how sometimes when you've been wearing makeup for a really long time, you can like feel it? That's where I'm at right now, and I think that's one of the reasons I really want to wash my face. I do feel like I have to use quite a bit of this foundation to get like as much coverage as I personally like. I'd say this is definitely best suited for somebody with dry skin, 100%. I do have dry skin, and if this is how it's looking on me at the end of the day, if you have oily skin, bitch. It's 11:16. It's time to take this off. We're at like 11 hours now or something. I think that this foundation is best suited for shorter time frames. I'd say anywhere from the 6-7 hour range is like your best time frame. Anything after that starts to go downhill a little bit. Still doesn't look terrible, doesn't look good. I did eat dinner. As you can tell, a lot of it's rubbed off from my mouth. I was picking at that, you know, as you do. And my nose looks not great, but there we go. All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching this foundation review, and I hope it was somewhat helpful for you in deciding whether or not you want to try this. Obviously, I have dry skin. You may have different skin types or concerns than me, but off of my first impression, here we are. You guys know how I feel. I don't yet know, because this is past Kristi. I'm excited to know how things go. And I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you at my next video. Bye! But when... Obviously my foundation all done, bronzer on. I don't have any highlight.